Motion, I can make a case it is more northwesterly. Before the storm was going to start turning, it was going to have to come to a halt because it was moving due west about 5 to 6 miles an hour last night. That track or that speed could not continue forever, or it would make landfall on the East Coast. So as expected, the process from going due west to stopping and then turning is certainly underway. And I think maybe by the 10 o'clock news tonight, we'll start noticing a west-northwest, a northwest motion. But boy, the weather in the Freeport is still really bad. It's going to look even worse when we get high tide coming in tonight at about 10 o'clock. We'll talk more about the progress of Dorian coming up at 6:45. Back to you.
Paul, thanks. You know, Dorian has unleashed historic flooding across the Bahamas, hitting the islands with so much water. Authorities are urging people to find flotation devices and grab hammers to break out of their attics if necessary. Fox 13's Jen Holton's been in touch with some folks on the northern islands hit hardest by this. What are you hearing from them?
Well, Mark, we simply cannot get to you, is what the police chief in Freeport said to residents there today and yesterday, leaving many desperate for help. One of those, a mother of two, told me that this was the most traumatic event of her life.
All the cars, but we alive, that's all that matters.
Shanae Roberts says the last 24 hours have been the most traumatic of her life.
I've never seen something like this, ever.
The mother of two was hunkering down in her apartment while Dorian pummeled her city of Freeport on Grand Bahama Island.
I have a 4-year-old, my son, and a 1-year-old, like I stated, and they're in the house and just looking at me like, Mom, you gotta be our pillar of strength, and I'm there just trying not to freak out.
The family fled to a bathroom the moments after the shutters flew off the windows, and then the glass shattered.
We're praying that everything's going to work out, and then the bathroom starts to cave in, all the tiles on the impact of the wind. Very strong winds were hitting the building, and it caused all the tiles to fall down. We were just terrified.
Tatiana Rolla, who grew up on the island, says social media has helped shed light on the destruction.
So many people are still out there, and their loved ones do not know if they're okay or what's going on.
Rolla set up a group on Facebook that helps family members post about their loved ones they have yet to hear from. And some people have been able to find information about their loved ones through that Facebook group, whether it's a yes, I've heard from your uncle, or so-and-so is at a shelter. People really are doing everything they can to inform others. Mark?
It's going to be quite an effort here in the next couple of days, weeks, and probably months for many of them. So, Jen, thanks.
And millions of Floridians are under a mandatory evacuation. It's been issued for 10 counties up and down our East Coast, as well as parts of Georgia and South Carolina now. And within Florida's evacuation zones, more than 70 nursing homes have been cleared out, as well as 7 or 8 hospitals, too. And Dorian may have been slightly downgraded, but people living on Florida's East Coast and along the southeast coast of the U.S. know that this monster storm is not to be taken lightly at all. Fox's Lauren Blanchard has the latest tonight from Daytona Beach.
Get out now, that message coming from officials up and down Florida's East Coast as Dorian moves closer. Floridians bracing for Dorian know this is their last chance to prepare. The monster storm has slowed as it creeps toward the U.S. mainland after battering the Bahamas Monday as a Category 5, then 4 hurricane. Dorian now setting its sights on America's Atlantic coast. But the storm's unpredictability means forecasters are having trouble establishing its ultimate path.
The only predictable thing about Hurricane Dorian at this point is its unpredictableness.
Even if the hurricane only brushes Florida's coast as it moves up the eastern seaboard, some areas could still see 10-foot storm surges. Millions of people through Florida up to the Carolinas are under evacuation orders. They're told to get out now before high winds force some bridges to close. Even hospitals are closing and transporting patients to other facilities.
If the roads get flooded, there's no way out. And if you think you're